dogmatic beliefs and do not allow alternative explanations will often find themselves experiencing anger when there are discrepancies between their expectations and reality. So there you go, VB. You get all angry the other night there on your broadcast.
My colleague, Mr. Danton, to explain it to you. It's all yours.
You're angry because you can't justify your belief, VB.
That we were confronted with what seems
Face
like
it.
nothing but random disturbances having no connection with terrestrial
The healthier
manifestation.
alternative way of
However, by some
thinking
intricate
that
computer
Rep
probing, we have
proposes
determined
and a
the definite
flexible, more
pattern.
preferential
Now,
philosophy about life.
Assume I'm pointing to the
We
field
all
of
can have our
disturbance
opinions.
force,
It's when we
which has
elevate
shown
them
be
to
always
dogmatic
along this
demands that
tangent
we find
line.
ourselves in trouble.
The time
When
of
I
the
am in
event
session with an individual who's holding a belief
correlated to
dogmatically,
the Earth's rotation,
and it is evident that this is having a
indicates
negative
that the disturbance
consequence
has
on
acted
his or
along the
her
same
relationships,
relevant quadrant
I
of
often
Gamma
ask,
1,
do you
which
want
is
to
our
be
remote
right,
space station.
or do you want to be happy?
Now,
I encourage you to
sir.
check in with yourself from time
Yes,
to
sir.
time. Keep your
Please
preferences
continue.
and
I'll be
honour
back in a
them.
moment.
Just make sure you don't sneak up to the level of dogmatism.
Danton, are you saying it's a wild planet within
So that was just a wee article about dogmatism, just for VB, because he's a self-proclaimed dogmatist, and he should look into dogmatism and why it's pretty dangerous.
What is it, Janet?
Well, anyway, this was I listened to this today. It was quite a while after we actually had the video.
You for days.
I've been meaning to call you.
But we'll just have a
Can't
little
rot 2 months past the normal
listen to
tour.
cathexis
Janet, I will not go
Bitchin'
through all that again.
about
Rod is
Jed,
our #1 Space
Tim,
Post commander
and
right now.
GLB.
Try to understand that.
Why?
We just got a report.
Why
There's an
cathexis?
emergency on Gamma 1.
You only need those two bodies because they are the gravitational heavyweights, meaning everything else becomes inconsequential. Even though we all know
All right, Dobie,
that doesn't
calm
make
down
any
and give it to me
sense.
slow.
Then what about
We
when
were
it
out
passes
checking on a
Mars?
report of a
Mars is
gyro
not going to
disturbance.
Went all at the B
gravitationally
level, on B
attract
level,
or
there
have
was a
any
wind.
influence on.
A
No,
wind.
not because you can't
Have you
do a
gone out of your
3-body
mind?
cosmology.
That's right, there was a wind,
And
but
that
don't
to
take
me,
my word for
made,
it.
I was like, man,
You'll
it's
find
not
out.
even.
I can tell you
It's
when
not
it
even
happened.
mathematical.
It was
It's-
like
it's-
a
it blew
real
my
twist.
mind
The whole
to
section
realize
was
that.
right out of shape.
Me too. I
It
was,
really
I was
blew my
as
mind.
fast
And, you know,
blew my
as
mind.
fast as they could.
Energy quotient,
Janet,
97%.
where do you think you're going?
Up there.
Standard operating
And
procedure,
in
Commander.
total, the dark
Communications
energy
officers
being
assigned to
lower,
every mission
20
is not
something, and
routine.
then, the
Okay.
dark matter being more, but 97% of the
Guys were sucked
equation.
right off. The tie
As a
line
placeholder.
snapped like that. How many?
Yep.
3 of
It's-
them.
it's-
Couldn't
That's how
reach them?
dark matter, dark
It was
energy
too
is, and we speak of
Okay,
it as
let's
if it's
move
some
on.
mysterious substance that we're going to find one day. Now,
And that's not science.
You find this a lot with flat earthers or flat earth conversation. It never really sticks to the main topic. It always diverges to some other weird place. And cathexis is an artist at doing that. He's good at like spiraling you down the rabbit hole. He's like a white rabbit. He's like cathexis is like a white rabbit. You just chase him down the rabbit hole. Fucking nobody knows where you end up.
So, I mean, I'll show you videos of Lawrence Krauss saying if you test something and it doesn't meet the test of experimentation, throw it out. That's what science is. They take, so gravity doesn't work with their observations. And what did they do? Did they throw it out? Hell no. They invented a placeholder. They said, no, we got to put this big placeholder here because otherwise, they know what's at the end of the tunnel the other way. The end of the tunnel the other way is you have to.
how much? Once you ask that question to yourself,
It does.
what's the shape of the Earth? Okay, well, let me find out. Let's get it going. And the paths that you have to go on in order to figure this out, it takes work.
In a few minutes,
It takes work.
It does take work, cathexis, and you've been in it long enough to know that the evidence that's been presented for both sides of the argument goes against the flat Earth. You know that for a fact, cathexis. You know it. So when you say you're objective and you're not a flat earther and you argue both sides, you're a liar. Because you spend all your times honing your arguments in hangouts against people that believe in the globe. So you're a secret flat earther.
See this stuff.
And it's frustrating, and it's, but at the same time,
And I don't mind people that have came into flat earth and are sort of just dabbling with the idea.
14
And
hours.
creating
Lieutenant
conversation,
Terry
but
Sanchez,
Cathexis is now
Gamma 1
pushing it.
communications officer, stands watch as the rescue operation
it's
begins.
rewarding to at least
Approximately
feel comfortable
1,000
in your
feet
beliefs,
away,
and for the first
3
time in
men
my
are
life,
caught beyond
I'm
the
comfortable
gravitational
with where
pull
I'm
of the
at
space wheel
belief-wise.
and are being tossed
You know,
about like
we all
leaves
wish
in
we
the
didn't have
wind.
to have any beliefs, but that's not possible. You know, I've never been to
You're comfortable with your false beliefs. Aye, it's all belief systems. Whether your belief systems are true or not, that's another matter. Because you can't justify anything. You can't justify when you believe these things.
You're at your limit, Toby.
Yeah, I've never been to Australia, so I have to make a decision whether or not I think Australia exists. You know, I've come to the conclusion that it does exist based off of the evidence that I have. And so you have to take each thing like that. And for someone to say and make videos about and call me a troll or call me a charlatan or whatever, thinking that I'm pushing something false, nobody wants to be considered stupid. Nobody wants to be looked at as a flat earther. I mean, you know, nobody wants that. It's more a matter of I'm trying to get across to people that there's a problem with the cosmology that we were taught, and if you look into it, if you research it, you will come to the same conclusion.
No, you're not teaching people there's a problem with the cosmology. You're teaching people there's a problem with the shape of the Earth. You're teaching flat Earth. Cosmology.
Go on in. That's an order.
I'm sure of that, and that's why I'm able to put that out there, because there's no other...
Right?
And that's what I thought. But then I see people like, you know, Jed Skeptic that will say because he saw the moon upside down versus somebody else, that it means that the Earth's a globe. I mean,
Doesn't it show you the level of understanding that they're at that moment? You know, I mean, this was like a progressive thing. You can kind of see...
Absolutely.
This is Cathexis on his high and mighty point, like, oh, that's just the level they're at. They need to elevate themselves to our levels to get total illumination into the Gnostic understandings of the Cathexi world.
You know, where people are at in a large way.
And I would just hope that they would
Like I
understand
said the other day, they are.
When I give you an order, you obey
You
it.
know,
When I
the
give
best I
you
can
an
tell.
order, the two of us
They
might have saved the
absolutely
boy,
think
but
that
you
they're
had to
doing
do it
something
alone.
good.
I could
And
have been of some help.
I
You could risk your life, but not as
You
much
think
as
they're
you want.
protecting people,
Only
right?
the commander plays the
I
hero.
think that this idea is
Why, you think maybe
dangerous,
I'd have
and
checked
by spreading
Shut up,
this
you
is, I mean,
Shut
honestly,
up,
it's
Toby.
very
Is that all
anti-free
you can
thought,
say?
but
I wonder if you realize
It's very
I'm now in
anti-free
orbit.
thought.
All right, Toby.
I've heard
I got my own
Cathexis say
worries.
this quite a lot lately as
Poor
well.
old Rock.
Anti-free
You
thought.
got worries
To
trying
question
to work out that
him
silly
and
love
his
life.
mumbo
Shut up,
jumbo is
No,
anti-free
wait.
thought. No, it's having convictions. It's
I
stop
have got a
having
wife,
false
a
beliefs.
little
Stop
kid.
spreading bullshit. Stop
3
talking
months
lies.
I haven't seen
Everyone's
them.
got freedom of speech. I
48
understand that.
hours
And
I
everyone's
had
got
to
beliefs.
do.
I understand that. But when you
Would
start
you
pushing
give
it
me
like it's
48
real and
hours?
true,
No,
without
not you.
evidence to
You're too
justify
busy
it,
dodging Norton's daughter.
and gullible people fall for
You
it,
don't know
it
what
starts
worries
looking like an
are.
agenda.
I've had just about enough. You got worries, huh?
Don't they understand
You
that
and
science
no
today,
good two-bit
even if,
ground
okay, let's say that the globe is true, that the reason we have that belief now is because that they
Nebraska.
had to realize that even though these guys came out with these crazy ideas,
And you're
that
an A-OK officer.
they ended up
It's
being
why
not
are they
one
a
thing.
threat if there's no...
You never learned how to take orders.
You know what I mean? Like, why
I'll tell
do
you right now.
No, I had to
You're
chuck those
signing your
beliefs
way
through the
out.
window because
If
of
this
flat Earth.
insubordination continues, I'll have
When
you
I got into flat Earth, I had to question what I was taught at school. So then I had to do my own stuff. I had to do my own research, my own experiments, my own observations. I had to do it all myself to build my own belief system, like properly. A proper belief system built on proper, empirical, observable, repeatable evidence that supports a globe. It doesn't support everything that I've gathered.
You idiots.
It doesn't support a flat Earth,
The world's coming apart, and you...
including the moon. He says upside down moon, but he doesn't take an account the features on the moon. All the features would change. We see the backside of the moon. There's all these different aspects, but they just brush it under the table.
The chief himself.
And that's why they make up shit like Rahu and Ketu and sunglasses that can fucking suddenly put the moon behind the sun.
All signals will be in the
why,
clear.
like,
I don't get it.
why,
There's
you know,
no
don't
time
say
or
flat
need
Earth.
for coding.
How could it
Do
be?
you read
I don't
that?
get it.
I certainly do.
get it.
I want an around-the-clock sweep of your quadrant.
just a
full gear.
Use every
makes me
facility you
sick.
have.
Chief, I...
Threat.
I hate to ask,
A
but
couple of fucking
what are we looking for? That's the
effeminate
one thing you haven't made clear.
ladyboys.
There's a theory that it's a wild
It
planet.
goes back to, do they really think that
No, I've heard everything.
people who are talking about
Set up all your
lies can
nuclear and
lead
deflector
the
apparatus.
world astray, and
Any
they
questions?
leave something that has good enough
Nelson.
evidence to be
Yes,
considered true?
news.
Never.
I'm afraid the men have
Never
lost
will
touch
that
since
ever
we wiped
happen,
it out.
because
You can go ahead.
the problem is
Rod.
when they brought this whole
Maybe
idea of
on your show.
I'll do my best, sir.
the heliocentric
Let's get
system and
Rod.
everything. It was at a time
Yes, sir.
where
By
like
the way,
they went to Japan and they went
I'm
to the
sending you a visitor.
Orient and stuff like that, these Jesuits, to set up astronomy.
Talking about Japan, that was another thing that Bob mentioned, and he went on a rant to JLB about how JLB's a liar and stuff like that, because JLB was questioning and being skeptical over Bob's assertions that water can make water, sound can make water, like feelings can make water purified and stuff, like just weird shit with water. And it was done by a Japanese scientist. And Bob was like, I'll put a bet on it, I'll put a bet on it. Come on, GLB, I'll put a bet on it. We'll do this, we'll do that. And you know what? The guy, the only guy, I think it was the only guy that tried this experiment, the Japanese guy, he was actually asked to do the same experiments in a controlled environment for £1 million in a competition. And the Japanese scientists rejected it. Because people were seeing flaws in the experiments, they weren't in controlled environments. So when he was offered to do it in a controlled environment, this Japanese guy that Bob keeps mentioning about the water and the waveforms and the feelings in the water, all this crap.
Rod, are we
So it is, it's
transferring
quackery, total quackery that Bob's making assertions and claiming that GLB is talking rubbish. Well, sorry, Bob, you're the man that is talking so much bullshit, the skid marks on your tongue.
How long?
They didn't have that, they didn't have that knowledge, so they thought they were getting something new. And you had all these priests going out teaching. You had the Doctrine of Discovery, so you've got people going across the Atlantic Ocean, taking over the Indians. This all happened at the same time. It's right there in our history that 500 years ago, there was an idea put in place to basically, and I still don't know. I'm not willing to say whether or not I think it was an accident, a mistake, like they really thought that the Earth was a ball, which wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Can't you keep
Well, we'll just have a look, eh? We'll have a look. We'll see what people thought back in the old days. And I think this is what I'm saying. I'm thinking to myself, it's funny. You hear a lot of flat earthers saying, "Don't look at you can't look at the sky to prove the shape of the Earth." But all Globebusters done through that whole last episode was look at videos of sky stuff in the sky.
Rumors concerning the wild planet
to
caused
prove
panic
their
across
stuff.
the Earth.
So
Meanwhile,
it's funny
observation
how
outpost Echo has spotted something.
they like to use
That the outer
pick and
space
choose.
theory is correct. The United Democracies have reported that
But
they
this
will
was just a
withhold
pure
judgment
bitch fest,
until they hear from
and this is
Commander
why
Jackson on
Tim's
Gamma
pissed
1.
off with
This has
Cathexis.
been the latest
And understand, man,
The next broadcast
but I could
will
see
be
it coming.
1/2 hour from now, or
I could see it
immediately on
coming.
receipt of any further information.
Any word from Jackson?
I've watched Cathexis for a while, and I've listened to him debate for a while. I've listened to all of his debate for a while.
Unable to establish any contact whatsoever.
That's fantastic. Why wasn't I
Right.
informed immediately?
So anyway, that first hour, they were trying to justify
goes
why
on, I'll have to go up there myself.
tattoo that Kyrie Irving is alright, it's cool, even though it's a total Kabbalistic tattoo.
I've marked every possible
Um,
search I could find, sir.
And
Well,
then
that
we
settles
just
it.
go
I'll
into
leave for
the wild
Gamma 1 at
rubbish.
once.
That was another thing that I noticed in
Keep up your
Globebusters
efforts. I'm
tonight,
counting on you.
that they were talking about how the
Let's go, Schmidt.
the curvature, the 8-inch square curvature is wrong. They had a diagram up showing how the 8-inch square is wrong, and they had underneath it actual curvature 2000. It should be 2000. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, so you're admitting there's curvature then? Does it look like a flat Earth to me?
I think we may have something.
Here's some nectar, sir.
Oh,
Anyway,
thank
guys,
goodness. Raise the console.
on to the next. This was Bob. It's quite funny. Right at the end. I'll let you see it.
Raise your levels, Echo.
Get me General Norton.
Headquarters cut out completely
I
2
think she'd be
hours
great
ago.
to open
We
the
had no
conference with
contact.
that song. Would be awesome.
Why didn't you tell me before?
Yes. Yep. So, okay, guys. Well, Chris, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we cut out of here?
I just had one other
Make you ready.
thought